I got several messages, about 3 or 4 messages from families saying, thank you. I found out my daughter, my husband was okay and get to a shelter. Actually, I get to count about 8,000 people registered in the app. In my personal life, I just feel, that I've accomplished something, something higher.
How's it going, Rene? I'm Austin from AppSheet Training. It's great to have you on here for the first Creator Spotlight.
Nice to meet you, Austin.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, your name, a little background, professional background, and then how you came to find out about AppSheet.
Well, my name is Rene Casaña. I'm a systems engineering student, and I have around 3 years of experience in monitoring and evaluation of several projects here in Honduras. I've been in several NGOs, and basically AppSheet helped me to came up with fast ideas to solve problems at work.
Nice. That's really cool. So how about your job role in Honduras?
Well, in my role, I've been using AppSheet for various stuff.
Yeah.
Each project has its own KPIs and its own structure.
Yeah.
And with AppSheet, I managed to improve to get that information in a centralized way, or get that information in a uniform way, and at the same time getting all the teams involved in that same app that basically was, yeah.
That's really cool. So
Basically that.
you had this idea to get your team started in one direction, and you found AppSheet as the solution for the specific problem that y'all had. Was AppSheet where you first started, or did you have other app platforms that you looked at beforehand?
Well, I looked out other platforms that I look up for, but I chose AppSheet because it had some of this. Maybe it has some of a learning curve or something like that.
Yeah.
But I found AppSheet more useful because of the functionality of the logic that follows into building a web app, or an application that it makes it easy to change things on the course, and deliver some of those updates without any hassle, and incorporate some new functionality, or link other platforms. The problem that I was trying to solve was basically getting the participants from an activity that was related to several projects.
Okay.
So I made the database. I look up for platforms that will help me to make a fast application, and found out that AppSheet incorporated several platforms like Microsoft, Apple, Google, and came up with a simple app that after the first build, it turned out to be an app that helped us to make more than that, like make a single report that can be useful for an accounting process. Like when maybe back then we used about 3 documents. Now we just need one to report an activity with participants from a project, and we can follow up how these participants go from one activity to another, and at the same time have a report of that activity. Having everything.
That is so
basically
cool.
That.
Yeah. let's talk about your app build that you did for helping families find each other during the hurricane season.
Sure. The app was called Rescate HN. That app helped us to share the information of what was going on. On the first place, people wanted to find their relatives,
Yeah.
and several groups was open on Facebook so that they can find their relatives.
Oh, I see.
And what I did was found I get in contact with this people that was trying to to connect the families that was escaping the floods and reaching out to the shelters. I got that information and made it an app.
Wow.
So that the teams that was on each shelter registered the people that was getting there, and so that the relatives in other places from the country that was looking up for them, looking up if they at least they were alive, you know, because all the signals, cell phone signals were down during the hurricane. So that's what basically the app made, you know, connect the families that was affected in the flood.
Wow. And how long did it take you to like think of this idea and then actually implement it to start helping people?
It took me basically just a couple hours.
Wow.
To yeah, just a couple hours. I just saw the Google Sheets document. I saw that it was needed to add some uniform naming and copy the information, put it on the app. I think just a couple hours, just about 4 hours to make the app. And after that, it went to a process of approval on Play Store.
Okay.
Because I had to upload it to Play Store, so it was available for everyone to install.
Wow.
And that took another day. But you know, after the floods, after the hurricane, the crisis went about a week. So the app was useful after that, and even was useful after when the second hurricane came.
Oh, wow. So you got to use it for two hurricane
emergencies. Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool. All right. So you took the app from idea and then you got it uploaded to the Google Play Store in about a day. And then families started interacting with it. About how many users were using the app?
Actually, I get to count about 8,000 people registered in the app.
Wow.
About 8,000 people was registered by the team. You know, there was a team that gathered in Facebook and WhatsApp, and each one of them just uploaded information. Yeah, I got several messages, about 3 or 4 messages from families saying, "Thank you. I found out my daughter, my husband was okay and get to a shelter." Wow. Yeah, but I don't know if more people was able to found their relatives there.
Yeah.
But that it accomplished a good purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, it makes you realize that with the fast development that AppSheet provides, you know, you're capable of providing solutions or came up with anything you want.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
And you were able to help families connect and just be together again after a pretty scary hurricane season. So that's really awesome. All right. So what opportunities did this bring for you as far as like, did you get to work with any organizations?
Red Cross International, they organized a meeting, and you know, we shared the experience because they have a specifically a specifically division or a specific way of working in that context, which
Yeah.
they connect the families. They collect the information. They didn't have like a fast way,
Yeah.
and the app provided that fast way of connecting families.
Yeah.
We shared how AppSheet provides that fast way of make a solution for that problem.
Very cool. So does
yeah.
Do they reach out to you still, or are they developing with AppSheet? How?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
they reach out because they wanted to talk with me about how I can improve it so that when something similar happens, the app is able to go live again and
Yeah.
provide the same function.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if they are working with it, but
yeah,
but I'm pretty sure they are.
they were excited
Sure
about
they're
the
exploring. Yeah.
they were excited about the benefits that came from it initially. So that's great. All right. So how about for yourself and the impact on your, I guess, education life and career path? How did finding AppSheet and building this app help with your journey in life in general?
Well, in life in general, I feel like I've accomplished a new goal.
Yeah.
That it wasn't established before, but I saw the opportunity when when I explored the things that AppSheet could do.
Yeah.
That became like my north.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always that I have a problem that can be solved with AppSheet, I just go straight in and start building the some documents, the database, and that provide me a feeling of security.
Yeah.
Like for in my personal life, I just feel that I've accomplished something higher.
So did you come from the coding background, or what's your background with technology?
Well, I have a coding background because I have a coding background since high school.
Nice.
I have a bachelor on computing, something like that. We call it like that, in which I learned about basic. I learned about MySQL.
Very cool.
PostgreSQL. I love PostgreSQL.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
And I have a background in Java.
Wow.
Java, NetBeans. That's I'm pretty much object oriented.
Yeah.
So that allowed me to understand easily AppSheet when it comes to building formulas, and also the community is very helpful for that.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's basically I have a background in basic and Java and several SQL based databases.
Awesome. Yeah. Very cool. You said you found out about this need for families on Facebook, and then you had the idea. So was this like related to work, or was it just something that you found and you just wanted to help, and then you started creating the AppSheet app and then threw it up on the page, on the Facebook page, once you were done with it?
Yeah, it wasn't related to work, but my work in that moment as a monitoring and evaluation technician, in my work, I was, I worked with AppSheet as a personal project. The application I worked it as a personal project,
Okay.
But at the same time, I was using AppSheet for my work,
I see.
and
Okay.
that helped me too,
Yeah.
because in the area where I live and I work, it was a different context, because while in the areas where the application was being useful to register people in shelters, um, in the area where I work,
Yeah.
the catastrophe that happened was that the people was their houses was destroyed because the soil became loose. The rivers,
they were just flooded.
Yeah, just flooded their houses, because usually in the area where I work, people plant, make crops near the river, so that the river can irrigate
the land,
the crops, the land, and people that live near the rivers got their houses completely destroyed.
Wow.
And I needed AppSheet to monitor that occurrence too.
Wow. Yeah. And so how'd you design the app to be able to monitor that?
I just incorporated a fast report in the app that I was using for my work. A fast report where I had the communities, number of houses, destroyed, number of houses partially destroyed, number of families affected, all that information. I just made a simple report, added a new module on AppSheet where the community worker just made a new report from that community, and I got that information as soon as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. How many apps have you built with AppSheet?
Well, I have built around 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Yeah, some of them just like a test, just testing different functions, like creating documents directly. I haven't explored everything like making a report that gets me a list of another reference. I haven't tried that yet, but basically I have tested advanced formulas.
Very cool.
I have used AppSheet basically for that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that maybe using the API functionality, connecting APIs, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to unlock a new universe of things.
Yeah. So you just keep learning more about AppSheet and what it can do.
Sure, I keep learning, and I keep, when I found out that I can do something new, like the last one that I feel proud about, is something like making a rating star
cool.
system or something like that, rating functions, adding a rating. And someone came out with a better idea that I haven't implemented yet, and I went just, wow, this is beyond that what I created, and it's exciting, because sometimes you don't know how to make something, and then someone comes up with how to do it, and then you can just take this other idea, and say, well, you can do it this way too, and make it even better. That's
That's the power of the AppSheet community, right?
Sure. That's the power of the AppSheet community. It's.
Yeah. So what would you tell somebody that's new to the AppSheet platform and wanting to learn more about it? What would your advice be for them?
Well, my advice can be that they should start by using the basics. They should start by the basics, like connecting tables.
Yeah.
And then going to several basic formulas, and then going to advanced formulas, and then to connecting documents. And don't feel like you are like not advancing, or that don't feel threatened by some of the cool stuff that is hidden behind AppSheet.
Yeah.
That will be the basic message. Don't be scared, explore things, because you're not going to make a mess.
Yeah.
You can wrap everything and start again.
Yep, that's right. Very cool. Well, it was great talking with you, Rene, and getting to learn about your apps and the impact that you're having on so many communities. So, really great conversation.
Thank you very much, Justin.